Good evening. I'm Dan Fitzpatrick, stockmarketmentor.com, and it's Monday, February 13th. Okay, let's look at Zillow, and here's why. The stock was up over 2% today, and you might say, well, wow, you know, this is a sign of strength. This was the bottom. Time to buy. Okay, I don't think that's the way you want to go. Earnings aren't an issue. You know, they've already reported earnings, which is why the stock traded down like this. But the stock has a lot of resistance overhead. All this supply, all these folks that bought in this red box are losers. Up until like around here, this was a pattern that had really strong possibilities. If the stock started breaking above this upper Bollinger Band on volume, you could see a really nice move up. It was a little kind of a cup and handle type thing, you know, certainly not perfect, but you could see this was a high base that was forming just below this level. So the idea is don't anticipate the breakout, watch for the breakout. If it happens, you see it, because again, you're watching for it. This is a setup. It's not a, no, it's a future trade. No, it's not. It's a setup. It is not a trade. It's not a trade. It's just a setup. You're waiting for the setup to actually give you a buy signal, and it never did. So the stock keeps moving. Still hasn't given you a buy signal. Still hasn't. And then finally we get earnings. The stock trades lower. Now this is just a little reflex buying buying action here. Here's the thing. If you're buying Zillow now, I would suggest that you may want to consider you're just stuck on the stock. You're just, for whatever reason, you're fixated on the stock. This is all resistance up here. This is one of those where I would rather buy the stock at $41 than I would $35, because at least at $41, or we can just kind of keep it lower, you know, a little bit lower, right around there. At this level, we know the stock is breaking out. We know it's going higher because traders are telling us so. They're pushing the stock all the way through this last resistance area. But until it gets above there, this is the level that controls. So the most aggressive, frankly, I think you should be is to watch the stock. Not to buy it, just watch the stock. The least aggressive you should be, you know, set an alert here like I'm doing. Question mark. Hang on. Let's go 39. 50. Okay, for the next month, if this thing trades above 39.50, I'm going to get this thing hit me, and I'll then be able to consider whether to buy the stock. Until that time, Zillow doesn't even get my attention. Think about it this way. Setting an alert like this is like having a trading assistant, and you're saying like Mr. Assistant or Mrs. Assistant, you know, whatever, or whatever the third reference is. Let me know if the stock trades up close to 40 bucks. Until that time, I don't care about it. So anyway, that's how you look at a stock like Zillow. You don't buy in anticipation. You wait until the stock is telling you it's time to buy. Right now, it's not telling you squat.